Hello everyone, and thank you to the European Mining Convention for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Jane Isaacs and I have the honour of being Director General of ABMEC. Today I'm going to speak to you about ABMEC, its members and business partners, and trends in the European and worldwide mining industry. ABMEC is the only trade association representing the British mining supply chain, with over 40 member companies consisting of OEMs, component suppliers, service providers and universities. Collectively, ABMEC members employ over 2,000 people and produce over £600 million worth of mining equipment for the global mining market, with over 90% of their products going for the export market. The map shows the location of members' factories and offices in the UK. Members also supply other sectors apart from mining, such as oil and gas, tunnelling and construction. Initially, ABMEC was set up to regulate standards in the British coal mining industry. Now it's about exploring business opportunities. ABMEC offers information and networking forums to mix with like-minded people and share experience. We advertise worldwide and participate at several exhibitions around the world. Exhibitions include Hillhead, which is in the UK, held every 4 years, primarily a quarrying exhibition, but useful for those in material handling and mineral extraction processing. China Coal, every 2 years, still a great marketplace. For operators wanting high performance, low cost per tonne extraction, European equipment is very popular. IMME in India, again, a mineral-rich country that welcomes high productivity machinery. Mine Expo, the largest mining show in the world, held every 4 years in Las Vegas. Katowice mining show held in Poland every other year, a very important market, particularly for the coal mining industry. And Ugol Rossi in Novosibirsk, Russia, also a very important coal mining area, a show that we attend every year. We hold our own seminars, virtual chats and members' days when we visit mine sites or other places of interest. Our flagship event is the annual conference in November, apart from this year, now regarded as the premier mining supply chain event in the UK. Last year we had over 200 delegates from 9 different countries, 16 speakers, 30 exhibitors, and it grows year on year. Mining is one of the 3 primary industries, farming and fishing being the other 2. And the reason why we'll always need to mine is, number 1, population growth. Despite coronavirus, the world's population is still forecast to grow. Some analysts suggesting 9 billion by 2040. All these people will need food, housing and medical equipment. Secondly, urbanisation is a trend, whereby over 80% of the Western world lives in cities, requiring infrastructure, construction, transport, communication and energy. And thirdly, economic growth of a nation. Not unreasonably, people all want material possessions to improve the quality of their lives, both in terms of health and wealth. In order to mine, we need to explore. This map shows where exploration results were announced in 2019. Wherever drilling is today, mining will surely follow. We can see that America, Australia and South Africa have several exploration projects. The lack of dots in Russia and China isn't because they're not drilling, it's just that they don't announce it. They are both resource-rich areas and there will be mining opportunities there in the future. According to S&P Global, Europe accounted for just 3% of global exploration expenditure in 2019, indicated by the thin blue lines at the top of these bars, but it's expected to increase slightly this year. The rest of the world is expected to increase gradually, as it does, with the exception of Canada, and that is forecast to increase its share from 11% at the moment to 13%. Opening opportunities for equipment suppliers in that country. This chart, I think, has some of the most important data in the mining industry. I have to attribute its contents to S&P Global again. It shows the 10 most commonly mined commodities in the world today. The first column is the commodity. Note that the top 4 account for 97% of the commodities mined by weight and 91% of the commodities mined by value. The second column shows the number of thousands of tons mined. For comparison, we've quoted everything in tons, including the gold and the diamond figures as well. The third column is the average price of the commodity. For comparison again, we've quoted this per ton, making diamonds some $500,000 million a ton last year. And the last column shows the total value of the commodity mined in the world last year. As it's clear to see, despite the bad press that coal gets, it still remains by far the most important mined commodity in the world today, both in the number of tons mined and the value of it. Coal is the largest single fuel source, providing almost 40% of the world's electricity. Over 60% of China's energy is from coal, and a remarkable 40% of Germany's is. Russia, with its growing coal production, sees the Asian market as its main destination. Coal is also needed for 90% of the world's cement production and 70% of the world's steel production. Analysts, including the World Coal Association, agree that demand for coal will grow in developing nations over the next few years, where people want to have what the Western world takes for granted. Many of you will have seen this image before in American pounds and ounces, so we've put it into metric in the table here, except gold, which has a law unto itself anyway. According to the Minerals Education Coalition, every American born in 2020 will need over 1,360 tons of minerals, metals, and fuels in their lifetime. Over the years, different commodities will become more or less important, such as the increase in lithium and cobalt recently. For example, during this baby's lifetime, there will be a demand for 3 times the amount of copper that is being mined today. Other materials that will be needed include the 62 metals and minerals from the periodic table that are required to make an iPhone: aluminium, cobalt, graphite, lithium, gold, copper, silver, tungsten, tin, just to name a few. Man has mined for thousands of years and will continue to do so. We mine around the world, helping to improve people's lives with faster and more efficient methods of extraction. For example, one of the largest ABMEC member companies, Komatsu, recently delivered the very first Bolter miner into Poland. It has a square cutting profile, and this alone has the potential to transform the mining industry and take production levels to a brand new high. This year, Komatsu also delivered an overhauled Joy longwall equipment in Russia, Poland, Ukraine, USA, Australia, and China. And it's also received an order for a continuous miner set from India. In partnership with Komatsu, AMP Control, supplier of switchgear and load centers, resulted in a complete electrical installation into Anglo's Murrumba North mine in Australia. Bestchem, dust suppression using a foam system, recently installed at a crushing plant in the UK's largest quarry, Mount Sorrel. Bestchem is currently undergoing full-scale industrial trial for El Teniente, the largest copper mine in Chile. It also has installations in iron ore mines in Brazil and coal mines in Mongolia. TSA, Training and Recruitment, is working with Anglo American in the Woodsmith project in the UK, probably the largest project we've seen in the UK for over 30 years. And Trolex gas detectors, airflow sensors and particulate monitoring is supplying Codelco, Chile's state-owned copper mining corporation. Trolex also has recently won a contract for 2 new potash mines in Russia. Hargreaves secured 2 new contracts for training on roof bolting underground in Poland, one with Bogdanka mine and one with JSW's Budryk mine. Wheelwash now has over £1 million worth of systems installed in Chile, and it's now supplying Glencore mine in Australia as well. Don Valley Engineering recently took a leap of faith in Sierra Leone. New territory, new market, new risks and new opportunities. The first year trading with the new company secured orders worth 1.2 million and the second year 3.5 million, so a risk worth taking. Finally, Terex recently installed a crushing and washing plant in Nigeria, not an easy country to deal with, but with the right partners and people, another successful installation. Good partnerships make stronger businesses. ABMEC works with its partners, including UK Export Finance and the Department for International Trade, and other trade associations and chambers of commerce, in order to enhance the membership's value. In summary, members supply world-class mining equipment globally. We work with governments, customers, stakeholders, and seek partners with other like-minded organisations. Members innovate new methods, products, and systems in order to advance technology and strive to recruit new young people into the mineral extraction industry. Thank you very much.